and the Discord audio is now being recorded.
Hello.
Hello. Same brain.
Welcome, people we don't know. Welcome to Journey into Mystery.
Would y'all like to introduce yourselves?
Greetings, I am Mindscape. I don't have much of a presence online at the moment.
I am Echo Foxtrot of Astronomical Pi Studio.
Oh, for some reason I thought there'd be more. Hello, I'm Intro Dude, also known as Kerwin T across some projects. I do voice acting and a bunch of other stuff.
This is the worst introduction. This is like the worst version of the Mouseketeers. Mickey, Bart, what's my name?
And I'll be sure to put links in the bio for these guys. So anyway, who wants to go through the desert with a horse with no fame?
Yet.
Let's do
no
this.
Fame yet.
Let's do this. You slog
Yay.
through Sonic Desert with me, and my people are good at wandering through deserts. So let's see how this works out.
Don't follow Echo. We'll all get lost.
Yeah, you will. This is Rockhopper getting his just desserts. That's where they buried all the developers that tried to make this game on time and couldn't do it.
Oh.
Wait a sec. There's 5 people watching. There's 2. That means there's 2 extras. Where do they come from? Oh. Oh,
This game absolutely holds up in 2024.
Oh,
it
yeah.
does. I forgot how bland the cloak starts when you're like first starting off. 'Cause on the PS3
It's
version,
gotta be hard.
on the PS3 version, my cloak was already like filled with the designs and stuff. Cause like every time you complete the game, it adds like a new design to the cloak, and then like yeah, once you like complete the journey like a dozen times, you're like cape is, like,
there's
covered
Mount
with
Sinai.
gold.
I know this one. If you see a golden calf, look away. If you see a pillar of salt, look away.
Oh, I guess all these people looked at the pillars of, or I guess all these looked back and turned into salt, or into tombstones in this case.
See, Rockhopper, I'd like to think that with your Christian background, you'd be like the 4th wise man that got lost on the way to Nazareth. And you were bringing the gift of Let's Plays to Jesus. And you're like, wait!
When did
And
this
that's why
become
Wi-Fi
religious?
took so long. It's deserts.
Whoa, I never noticed that.
I feel like
in the
that's just the
PS3
show.
version, like here the sand actually collects on the cape. I don't think I noticed that in the PS3 version. I can fly.
I think my internet must suck. The Twitch stream has kind of died for me. Oh no, there it is.
Yeah, I had the same problem a couple nights ago. It usually only lasts 10 seconds. So your collecting arcade coupons so that you can play skee ball later.
Pretty much.
Are these currency or are they pieces of memory?
They recharge my flying meter. So
Oh, so they're like fuel, basically.
yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, that is a very appropriate. That's a very appropriate comparison. Yeah, they're like fuel. Oh yeah. There's all the dead.
Oh,
Hmm.
It has to be hard to walk with feet that are just spikes.
I mean, crabs seem to be fine. Although there was that one time Mr. Krabs
They also do walk
literally
in a
broke
very
both his-
different circumstance.
And they've also got multiple legs. You've only got two.
Backflip.
I mean, if you've lived all your life like this, it's second nature. I mean, it's technically literally first nature, but you know, it's evolution, baby.
Everything evolves towards crab.
Yeah, this is the midpoint.
Oh, I guess it's not a coincidence I'm wearing a red cloak like a crab. Red like a crab.
Yeah, that's what you're hiding under those robes. Big old crab claws.
The end boss is butter in a pot of boiling water.
Gonna grab the shiny.
Fly.
Oh, this was the segment they showed in the trailers all those years ago when they were giving the trailers for Journey. Like, this was the section.
Longer cloak.
Whee! Oh, I miss this game.
I don't think you can miss it if you're currently playing it.
They played it before.
You can still suffer from nostalgia even when you're currently living nostalgia.
I see a future caused by you.
No, this is a past caused by, well, I guess the ancestors.
Yeah.
Those
Apparently.
sons of bitches.
It's always the precursors, right, Ink Show?
I mean,
Wonder how many orbs.
I was about to say, is like, how often do you get the people from the future telling you that, oh wait, that's literally Terminator?
How
You
is
know,
it that
some
this
part of me
ancient fucking
feels-
door works?
Wait, what?
You know, some part of me feels that if somebody from the future came back today and said, "You guys fucked up," still nothing would happen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we're kind of
My
bad at
question
taking
is-
care of ourselves.
Well, my question is, how come all these ancient doors work, but like the grocery store opening and shut door, that doesn't work? But like,
I guess because the ancient temple guys always pay their repairmen.
Built to last. I like it how it's such a beautiful game with incredible atmosphere, and we're just talking shit the whole time.
I mean, what do you
Well, I
expect
mean, if
from
we
us?
didn't, it wouldn't be a Let's Play.
True enough.
Wow, I got some pretty good momentum on this end.
Yeah, the sand surfing
If
is
they-
always
if they-
fun.
If they wanted beautiful art, they would go to a different channel. If they want hilarious commentary mixed with beautiful art, that's why they come to all of us.
If you want beautiful art, join me on Twitch. Well, I'm playing every Thursday, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to see some cool speed draws and beautiful art, join him when he's doing that. Do not join him when he's invited his friends to anything. We suck. But you gotta love us, people. It's in the contract. You'd think
Okay.
eventually all this sand would stop pouring. Like-
Nah, the factories are up there producing all the sand.
Just to spite Anakin.
I hate sand. It gets everywhere. But you are not sandy, and that is why I love you.
Is that the actual line?
It's
No.
close enough.
Okay.
No, but you're close enough to the actual Lucas dialogue that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm quoting a parody.
Yeah, but you're close
Take
enough that it
wars.
doesn't matter. And this is coming from a diehard Star Wars fan.
I don't remember a sparkly being over there. Also, I remember there's an achievement for crossing the bridge without doing all the boosting all the cloths. Let's see if I can do that.
Mm.
You would have to play whack-a-mole for so long to get that many tickets.
No, just like a screwdriver and just open the ticket machine, the ticket dispenser itself.
Play smarter, not harder.
That reminds me, I went to Kings Island yesterday for my sister's birthday, and they had an arcade there. And one of the machines, one of the like arcade games, it's one of those like, oh, here's the lidar gun, and you point it at the screen and shoot the things. It was a bunch of dinosaurs, except instead of lidar guns, it was actual water. You sprayed the screen with water, and I was like, God damn, that is the least smudged screen ever in an arcade. It looks so clean.
For some reason, all I can imagine you is just putting on your Daxter voice and going into one of these bars or arcades going, so there I was, surrounded by 6,000 drawings.
6,000 tickets. Yeah.
All of a sudden, I
was-
drive up in a dune buggy. You go, get in.
I was hoping they'd carry me.
We'll call it Kerwin Ek combat drawing. Reading Rainbow.
I like how you can still control yourself during the cutscenes. So you can get little moments like that of like, hey, I'm dicking around and being a nuisance.
Yeah, that was actually pretty rare during the 7th gen. Most of that's actually another thing that separates this game. Most of the cutscenes in the 7th gen were pre-rendered. Like they were done on a computer that was much more powerful, like the Uncharted's, the Last of Us stuff, and so that's why you couldn't move your character during the cutscenes. But this is like rendered in real time, which takes more graphical computing power because you have to actually do it in engine while the game is running live. PS3 for the win, one of the greatest consoles that has ever existed, and certainly the best PlayStation. Rockhopper, I'm guessing your favorite PlayStation was the PS3 too. I mean, it's got to be, right? Ink Show, yours is the PS2. I'm not even going to ask you, but
What was the question?
I was going to say,
I was
what's your
getting my
favorite
water bottle.
PlayStation?
But you weren't going to ask that question.
I wasn't going to ask you because I know it's going to be PS2.
Yeah, I guess if it's PlayStation specifically, I've only ever had the PS2 for a long time, and then like was handed down a PS4 when my sister upgraded to the 5. So yeah,
So
I
you're
don't
saying
really
your
have
sister
a frame
doesn't
of
love you.
reference.
She could have given you the PS5, but she didn't love you enough.
But she just bought the PS5. What the fuck? She didn't
But
buy
she
it for
could
me.
have given it to me, but she chose not to.
Shit, I wouldn't have neither. What a stupid purchase that would be.
And Rockhopper, what's your favorite?
To be honest,
I gotta guess you're like me, and you're gonna say 3.
Well, to be honest, I think I have more fond memories of 2.
Man, everybody says the 2. I started with the PS3, but I guess it really matters what you played on the most, right?
Yeah.
Also, the PS2 was a really impressive console. Like for its era, yeah, it was a beast.
I was a Nintendo kid growing up.
Yeah, so was I, but like I feel like Nintendo's a given. I feel like Nintendo's like the all-encompassing one, and then you become like a Sony, Xbox, or PC player. But everyone goes back to Nintendo. Nintendo's like the all-encompassing hug of the video game world.
Yeah, especially since like they were so kid-oriented, so a lot of kids grew up on Nintendo. Well, well, most people.
They knew their market.
Yeah, then I don't think most PlayStation or Xbox fans became PlayStation or Xbox fans until their teens or pre-teens.
Yeah, like I don't think a company earned more nostalgia than Nintendo did.
Yeah.
Like not even Sega really competed with that because they dropped all of their other IPs so quickly by comparison.
So you telling me you don't remember? You're telling me you don't remember Golden Axe?
You don't remember Starfy or whatever his name was? Because I totally remember him. Look at his face.
The only game that Sega ever made that sort of pertains to me specifically was Echo the Dolphin.
There's not more to a person than their name.
He said, "Not that this person."
I feel like we're learning. Yeah, no, my favorite console was the PS3, and I feel like if I'm going to say my favorite Sega game, it still ironically has to be Sonic Heroes just because of the nostalgia. It was a terrible game. I hate it, but it was so much of my childhood that it's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like growing up with a limp. It's kind of like you just kind of remember it.
Strangely
like Forrest
fondly.
Gump. Yeah. Yeah, it's like Forrest Gump looking at his old leg braces. It's like, oh, I remember those fucked up times.
I'm surprised I still haven't ran across another player yet.
Oh, you can do. I
Yeah.
forgot that this game had other players. Could we join you ever and play co-op, or is it just completely random? Like
Like
there's
random.
no chance of ever.
It's
Yeah,
fairly
it's completely
random.
random.
I mean, yeah. I mean, unless like nobody else is playing, so it's like, oh yeah, of course, match these two up together, because that's all there is.
We need to hire a soft assassin to go and pick everybody's router who could possibly be playing this game. We don't want you to hurt anybody. Just destroy their property and leave. Don't make a sound. Don't trace it back to us.
Would have been great if we hadn't been streaming the plan.
Hmm.
Greetings, I am the manta ray of justice. Follow me and be overwhelmed.
For legal purposes, that was the previous conversation was a joke.
Yeah.
I'm glad you put that in there, that was a joke, because first off, it was, and secondly, I would hate to see you get swatted. The only FBI, put the router down. What is that thing specifically? Is that another player?
The
No,
cloth,
it's
that
a
one
cloth.
thing, it's like a
thing.
cloth animal.
Yeah, if you run across another player, they look just like you. Though their cape may be a little longer. Or shorter. Depends what they found.
Ooh, yay! I'm riding one. Oh.
Now, is that like a glitch where like you're not supposed to be able to do it, but you can, or is that an actual feature of the game?
It is an actual feature of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this was one of those like Halo situations, like you've just jumped on top of the car and it technically works. I'm guessing you've only got two buttons, jump and like the pulse.
Yeah.
And sing.
Yeah. I think that's all you do. Yeah.
Is it jump, pulse, and sing, or is the pulse sing as
No,
well?
pulse is sing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you have to hold
And
to,
the fun
to
thing-
pulse, and then just
Yeah,
tap.
one of the fun things to note is that everyone has like a unique song. So, like,
Oh, yeah, and-
everybody has like a different
yeah, there's
tone,
like a
and
tape
like the little
button.
symbols that appear. It's unique for everyone.
Oh yeah, and there's the pause button, which is actually just a meditate button. And I remember there's
I
like
bet this reminds you a lot of.
also there's like an achievement for just meditating with another player for like 10 seconds, I think.
That's called AFK.
Oh yeah, it basically is the AFK button.
I would love to see the developer that programmed that achievement. Thank you for not engaging with our product.
Oh yeah, literally one of the achievements is to play the game after taking a week break.
I can remember one achievement I found in a game, which was just a very near completionist accomplishment in the game, and it's just like the achievement was like, "Are you all right? Like seriously, this took a lot of effort. When was the last time you went outside?"
Oh yeah, what game was that? I think I remember that one.
I don't think it was a specific because this was on like a internet game, tower defense type thing.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, at least it's
Gemcraft or something. Yeah.
at least this is better than that game where you know, Inkshow, you were playing as like this tree bark kid, and every 5 seconds there was a rhythm battle.
Everhood. I was thinking like
Oh,
Tree.
Everhood.
Oh, the
Yeah,
wooden
that was
doll.
good
Yeah.
fun.
Now this is a game with some action.
And then even though I didn't advertise this outside of this chat, I'm getting people dropping in and out into the stream.
Maybe you'll inspire like a whole new generation of people to play Journey. Maybe like the player count will massively boost after this.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, people are still playing this game! I want to bump into people! Let's play it again!"
God, I wonder if the servers are even still running.
Wait, hold on. Let me
Probably.
check if I'm actually in online mode, because maybe. Okay, I'm not sure if I am. I should be.
Don't careful what you show. Don't let them see your profile info.
Oh no, I was like checking the actual in game if I'm online. Because I know like some games that they offer the choice to just play offline.
What does
It
doing that
seems
around them
shiny.
do? Like, are they leading you to something?
Yeah, they're supposed to be leading me towards the, I think towards
The
the main
shiny.
objective, but also maybe to any points of interest. Also, like a thing near them kind of recharges your cape so that you can fly.
More cape.
Okay, I think I missed out on one of the secrets here, but oh well.
Oops.
It really is a miracle that this game did well. It came out at just the right time where people were not expecting anything like this. This is not the exact kind of game that you would expect to sell large quantities and reach the acclaim that it did, but it just, there was nothing like it at the time, and it just came out at the right time. If this came out today with like all that we have that was directly in ironically inspired by this game and stuff like that, I don't think it would have done as well in 2024 if this were like new and coming out today. I don't think it would have. This game blazed a trail.
Yeah.
Which probably means that we wouldn't have a lot of the other games that we have that have built upon this game.
Also true. Also true. It's kind of a chicken and the egg scenario.
Well, not really, because we know what came first.
Thanks for that. Really
No,
I couldn't have left it at that personally. I'm glad you made it more in depth and my reasoning less. I can show you the dunes.
Only the dunes.
And that's all the song. That's all of that melody you'll ever hear. Otherwise, this will be copyrighted within 5 seconds. 6
Actually, I'm not
notes.
sure
And
if it would
there's a
be
6-note limit.
copyright. I don't know if singing would be
Oh,
copyright.
yes. The answer is yes.
I don't
On
think so,
YouTube,
'cause
yes.
Because people do post covers.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
Time.
on YouTube, yes, I've seen copyright claims come from just people singing notes, even people humming. I think all it takes is someone from that company to post a claim. Like maybe the automated system won't get you, but someone might, like a human.
And to be honest, there's also like people who like to post false copyright claims too. So
Yeah, and it oh my god, it has to be a lonely life to be that one guy that's like goes around YouTube looking for people that hummed a famous song. What happened to you? Like, I just feel like the entire internet would look at that person and be like, "Who hurt you?" Like, there's some therapy that should happen to that person. Anksho, you're in city design. Trains don't work like that. Trains don't go into one tunnel and become taller.
and also, how do you grow plants to be buildings?
The intro to Atlantis: The Lost Empire has been brought to you by Journey.
Oh, so it didn't sink into the sea; it sunk into the sand.
That then got covered by the sea. This whole thing's about to be an ocean.
I guarantee you, turn your head a little bit to the right and you're going to see Nathan Drake trekking across the dunes on his way to Ubar.
Or what if you see the plane that he falls out of in the third game?
Or we're going to see fucking, like, Jack and Daxter riding by hunting metalheads.
And
I mean, this
there's-
game was published by PlayStation, so it is possible.
Oh, and look, there's Sonic just running around like an idiot.
No, don't mention, we don't talk about the desert level of Sonic.
Imbecile.
No, my stream was the last time we will ever mention. I invited you to that stream so I could move on.
Well, more fool you.
Ooh, speaking of Sonic, I can kind of imagine him being part of this next part.
The music is beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's one of the greatest things about this game.
I like to imagine that this was not planned, that just some dude was in the orchestra and just started going to town on the violin. And, like, somebody was in the background going, should we stop him? No, put it in the game, put it in the game. It's just like some mad artist. Because people are like that. I would be like that if I played violin. You know, artists are just, they'll go to town and you'll just like, should we tell him we're recording this and going to use it for the game? No, don't pay him. Don't, just let him go.
There was a moment back when I was in the middle school orchestra.
Oh, I think I see someone. Ooh, yes.
Ooh,
There's someone.
let's go!
I thought you were
Especially
going to
because
talk
it's
like
caught
an
up yet.
alien just now and be like, you paused between the middle school and orchestra. I just thought, I remember being in the middle school.
How do you do, fellow children?
You sounded like an alien pretending to be human.
Yeah.
So that's another player.
Yeah.
That is another player.
Can you interact with them in any way, or is it just like, hi, and then you move on? Is there any meaningful interaction you can have?
You create
This
your own
is
meaning.
meaningful.
Oh, if we're staying near each other, we recharge each other's capes. So.
Oh.
I mean, it's meaningful, but I feel like it would be more meaningful if there was actually a way to communicate.
Actually, they kind of made this game because they like to see how people communicate without like a proper communication.
Communicating like two blind moths that glow. Wouldn't call it a dialogue, I'd call it fancy collision.
Having trouble there? Hmm. Is the are the cloth not helping them?
I think they're just not singing.
That's it. I think we gotta kick this guy's router. He's not getting. He's got a bit of a. Gotta get a bit of a reboot. Gotta get a bit of a reboot. Oh my god, it's not out of control. I never know what accent I'm trying to be.
Every accent. What if you're just stealing megabytes from his console and that's what these cards are? You're just stealing them. Because I remember the PS2 used to represent them as like bars and blocks, and that was what the menu. So you just steal. What if this game was entirely about stealing cloud storage from other people and like just trying to have more space for your games?
Yeah, where are you going now?
Might be going to explore a bit more.
Ooh, there's some. Oh, I think there's a thing over here.
A thing as in power up? Or
No, it's a mural.
ah. I mean, he was here before you. He may have already found it.
Probably. Weird, the cloth isn't just picking them up.
I think it's because he's not singing as he jumps.
But even when I don't sing, the cloth kinda helps me up.
Can I just say I'm eagerly anticipating something happening?
I'm hoping that this guy will follow me away, really.
He's a non-conformist. Just leave him. He's not going to follow.
Alright, then.
But this is part of the magic. Helping other people who don't know what they're doing.
Look, part of the magic is being able to communicate in some way. This is not This is not communication. I should know. I have a bachelor's in communication. This is anti-communication. This is blipping in ignorance. Rockhopper, you're an artist. Why don't you art at him? I don't know. I feel like you are so talented, Rockhopper, that you could find a way to communicate in this game. So do that. Oh, is he seriously stealing all your tickets?
I'm kind of
Is that what's
worried that he's
happening? Are they
stealing
grabbing?
mine. I'm kind of concerned that I'm stealing them from
Yeah, but
them.
we're not going to mention that. It's your stream, so technically you're the protagonist. It's like the kind of like America thing, like we're the main character of the world, so we just kind of.
Oh, there we go.
Yo, dickhead! Yeah, there we.
They
See?
figured it out.
See?
There we go.
No, it was me. No, it was me shouting "Yo, dickhead!" Let's give credit where credit's due. That's when things turned around for us. You mind if I use some of this maybe for a short in the future if I link to your channel, Rockhopper?
Sure.
Like, I just want to take like 60 seconds of that waiting period, like when we're trying to get out of the valley, and then maybe I'll like make a short from it and then link to your channel. Try to send people your way. You good with that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh, I really love the lighting in this part.
Yeah, but it just kind of looks like the desert's asshole. Very scenic asshole, but like still. And here on your left, you can see the architecture of Sand China. I feel like Rarity would love this game very much just because this is kind of what she does in real life with several of her friends, just kind of vague noises at each other, and they both understand.
Yeah, I can see that. I love it how when you've got two together, you both sit like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Twilight Sparkle, you will lead a. Oh wait, no, you're not. Oh wait, never mind. Wrong room. Sorry.
Oh no, clearly it was war. War is always bad. Which, you'd think people wouldn't need to be told, but, yeah.
Hey man, at least it's a subtler message than fucking Farthingwood.
Then what?
This is how you get kids to. I'm talking to the. I'll explain to you in a second. This is how you get kids to learn Mindscape without traumatizing them.
You are never going to let that go.
No, no, no. You know why? Because it's all about. It's like it scares me to no end because it's an entire story about how a fox led all the people he cared about to their fucking death.
Not
You
everybody
understand how that
died.
You understand how that might bother me specifically? Yeah, Rock Opera. It was this horrible British children's show. Imagine Bluey, but written by like Schindler's List people. And it's like, what if we made Bluey, but it was a fucking great Exodus? What if it was Bluey, but the Trail of fucking Tears?
I feel like you're exaggerating a bit.
I don't feel like it's that much of an exaggeration. You know, Rock Opera, how like the British are really good at depression. Like they can make some really depressing shit when they want to. It's like that. But children are supposed to learn a lesson from it. And I suppose they did. Adults learned a lesson too, and it was not to watch the animals of Parthing.
I loved that series as a kid.
Dude, I can't explain Australians. You guys love some depressing shit.
Oh no, my friend skipped
Yeah?
out on the sigil I just got.
And again, Rock Hopper, you're not in a position to comment either because you listen to creepypastas to relax.
I can understand that.
Every time I play with you guys, I learn more and more, and it just explains so much. And I feel like with my streams, it's the same thing with you and me. I feel like we're all learning things about each other that's like, that makes sense.
I really like this section. It just completely looks like it's
Great.
underwater.
Yeah, I was about to say, when I saw this section in the trailers, I thought it was underwater. And they're even meant to, those are totally jellyfish.
Wanna go jellyfishing? Also, I've been like on a huge on a SpongeBob binge. I've been watching like a lot of the first season episodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, after season 5, it just took a dark turn down the toilet. In terms of quality, in terms of animation, writing, voice acting, everything.
Oh man, I think my friend.
Where'd your little buddy go?
I think they went too far ahead. I wanted to show them the sigils that they missed out on. I can see their chimes in the distance.
I think you're better off without him, considering how long he just stood there in that pit. Like, I think you're making more progress without him.
Oh no, wait, that's just.
I hate to be that guy.
Oh, I thought
it's not
that was
guy.
them, but it's just one of the manta ray cloth animals.
Run!
Link! The Blush Moon! Also, Ink Show, did you die somewhere back there in that desert? Because I haven't heard you in a while.
He's muted right now.
I was afraid you left Ink Show somewhere back in the desert too.
When you were telling me to leave behind the traveler in the canyons, that was actually Ink Show.
That was actually Ink Show.
Ink Show.
I still keep laughing at, but this is basically what I thought most of Australia looked like. I still remember the first time I saw a skit with you and Ben Griff, and I was just like, oh my god, there's so much green. Rockhopper will tell you the same thing. When you're growing up in America, most of the movies you see about Australia, Kangaroo Jack, The Rescuers Down Under, anything to do with Australia is always the outback and never the green areas. So you don't get to see places. And the only place
Or
that
the
any
Sydney
American
Opera
kid
House.
knows. Yeah, I was
The
about to
Sydney
say
Opera
Sydney
House.
is the. Yeah, Sydney is the only place that Americans know. I guarantee you, you
Yeah,
ask
either
any
Sydney.
average
Yeah,
American,
it's
and
either
they will
Sydney
think
or the
Australia.
outback. Like, there's the only two
Mhm.
areas in Australia that Americans will know of.
Yeah, I had no
Yeah.
idea that fucking
There's a
Adelaide
difference.
existed, that there were the North Capital Territory, or the whatever.
It's not the North Capital. There's the Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory. Those are two different places.
You see? I'm still learning.
Oh yeah, and apparently for the filming of Mad Max Fury Road, originally they wanted to film in Australia, but then since they had like a unusually wet winter, it was actually too green to film Mad Max there.
Yeah.
I was amazed to learn that Australia actually floods. Like like knowing how much outback is out there, I never thought it would ever flood. And clearly the government didn't either, considering the disaster.
You know the desert
too dark.
floods in like Egypt. Like just
Yeah,
because
no.
a place is dry doesn't mean that it's immune to flooding.
Too dark.
Actually, since
Yeah.
dry places are actually most likely to flood in heavy rains because there's not enough
Yeah.
not enough plants or like the water. The ground is too hard to absorb the water.
Yep. Yeah, bad joke, I'll admit. Too soon and too
No.
geologically inaccurate.
Yeah, it's more the science behind it that's made it unfunny.
Oh, man, look at that. You're collecting a bunch of unknown Pokemon.
Oh man, I think my
Isn't
friend
that
got
just
eaten by those flying things.
Yeah, isn't that just Twin Peaks from Breath of the Wild? You ever wish this giant owl dude would just tell you the full story all at once instead of making you trek a little bit and then telling you a little bit more?
But then we wouldn't.
I
have
know
the
that would
journey.
be.
I mean, they tell their story in lots of like large motifs. If you didn't have the whole journey, it would just be a long walk of like walking past the long motifs, and it's like that's just boring. This way, however, you get to see everything.
Yep. I feel like, yeah, at that point they would have to change the name of the game to Conclusion.
No, they call it Destination because he just skipped over the
I
journey.
gotta get the dog. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Be right back.
All right.
But yeah, game is literally called Journey, and you want to skip the journey. Tut tut tut. That is a really long cape.
Yeah, I feel like in no mode will be like bursting her eardrum seeing it.
No capes. Yeah, Edna Mode would absolutely lose her shit seeing that.
So apparently I had to evict the dog from upstairs because she was farting too much in my father's face. And and now she is.
You should have told your father to
Now
just
she's
move
sitting
his
next to
face
me.
instead.
Well, that's not how Dad operates. He likes Dad has a spot he likes on the bed, and the dog has a spot that she likes on the bed, and neither of them is willing to compromise. And 90% of human history has started wars that way. But when it comes to dog and man, usually man just calls son, and son has to move farting dog. And now she's right next to me, farting here. So everybody say hi, Flutterpie.
Hey,
Hello,
welcome, Flutterpie.
Flutterpie.
Can we put her on the mic?
Aw, good girl. Yeah, I'll put her on the mic right now. I'm actually doing that.
Well, that depends on
Everybody say,
how.
oh, she just bolted. She did not like the mic getting close to her. Must have thought it was something.
Oh.
It's all right. They didn't mean to scare you. It's not a snake.
I like how it seems like I'm tickling the jellyfish when they do that.
I like how the music sounds vaguely Assassin's Creedy. Is it just me, or is I don't know if you guys hear this. I don't know if it's just stream, but it almost sounds like the music starts and then it goes into a minor key, like almost like the music's being distorted, like it's a record skipping or something.
Hmm.
That's what I'm hearing. It might just be the stream, but I wasn't sure if that was part of the game, so I figured I would ask. It just kind of goes into a minor key, and it sounds almost like it's underwater.
I mean, considering what's happening with the water effects at the moment, that wouldn't surprise me.
Alright, the water's rising, so let's see if it'll go into minor key again.
I thought you said you weren't underwater.
Or...
Before we weren't. Now, with this sandy water.
I'm not sure if it's the... What do you just call it? Still be considered water? Also, let me see if the secret down here is triggered yet.
Ooh, wish you hadn't called it water, because now all I can think is toilet water, because it's all brown.
Oh no.
No, it's sandy water.
See, that I can live with. That I can live with. Okay, thank you for changing my mental picture.
You're welcome.
Okay, doesn't look like the secret for this area triggered yet. Ooh, but I think there is over here.
Bless you.
Thank you. I think all the
It's all that.
sand, all the sand is getting to my nose.
I was about to say. Journey to the pharmacy.
Okay, where to from here? Yeah, yeah, I had just enough, or more than enough to play here.
Is your cape getting longer?
Huh?
Yeah,
I mean, is
as
that-
it
is
gets
that
up
like-
more
okay.
shinies?
Yeah, yeah. Like for every shiny I collect, it grows my cape. Oh, okay. Okay. So I think now the secret here triggered. Nope, not there. head.
Don't do that.
Okay, so apparently the secret thing didn't trigger yet.
Are we almost getting to the point where we start calling things stupid? Because I feel like this happens in every super artistic game. There's always that one section that's really hard, and then you all like, I'm speaking in general terms, like to every player. There's always that one point that gets really difficult and really vague as to what you're supposed to do, and then everything goes from, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so serene, it's so relaxing, to fuck this shit, fuck this shit, fuck this shit.
I mean, I think at this point, the reason why I'm keep backtracking is because I wanted to like show you guys one secret thing. Okay, now I think the.
Oh, I
secret
thought you were
should
actually
trigger.
trapped.
Yeah, because I could have just kept going up and up. I could have just gone going up, but then I just wanted to see if I can remember where the secret thing here is. Because I'm a little disappointed I missed the secret in the desert. Because you're supposed to, because you can find like a lone flower growing, and there's like a reference to one of their previous games
Neat.
where you just
I didn't know they made anything before Journey. I
Yeah.
thought Journey was their first game.
no, they made like two games before this one, and I remember because they put the secrets related to it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think their first game you play like a amoeba thing, like this thing, or whatever this is, like some sort of
yeah.
deep sea single cell organism.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then like in
Yeah, I
the
don't think I've
desert,
seen that.
you get to see a reference to their second game where you play like as a flower petal flowing in the wind, and then yeah, you can.
Oh, I think I've seen that game. I
Yeah,
didn't
you can
realize
see,
it was
like,
the
I
same
did know that they
people.
made Flow. I did know that.
Oh yeah, Flow. That's what it was called. And then their second game, Flower, is you literally play as like a flower petal.
No, I think you're thinking of the same game. I think that was Flow. Flow was the game where you do the flower thing. That was it.
No, because they had another one before that where you play as like a sea creature, like a single cell sea creature, and that makes more sense to call that one Flow.
I can look it up right
Like, I
now.
want to take your. I want to. Yeah, look it up. I want to take your word for it, Rockhopper. But I just like my gut's telling me that the flower one was Flow.
Yeah, I have a feeling that one was called Flow.
What's
And
this
granted, I have had
studio
12 inches of my
called?
gut moved
they're called
surgically,
That
but
Game
what's
Company.
left of my gut.
Okay, they're called That Game Company, all one word.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Rockhopper's right. Flow is the single fucking Jesus, single-celled organism. and then the flower petal
right
one is
there,
just
buddy.
called flower. Yeah, the flower petal one is just called flower, and then there's a mobile app on Apple devices right now called Flow Free. It's been a thing since 2012. It's come up in the search, so I gotta mention it.
You're getting really excited about this. I can hear the tone of your voice. Like, facts!
Oh look, it's the whole journey.
Oh wow. Yeah, so I got it. All right, I gotta hand it to you, Rockhopper. You were right. I could have sworn. Maybe it's like one of those Mandela effect things where like I could have sworn it was Flow, but
Yeah.
can we compromise and say there's probably a multiverse where I'm right? gotta be like it's gotta be like really stressful or really relaxing to be a single-celled organism.
Can't feel stress.
Yeah,
Only
you guys
exist
feeling stressed without a brain?
me.
Yeah, I don't think.
Or is there only stress without a brain? Does the brain also regulate calm? There's a question for you.
Regulates, not creates. But the brain is very good at creating stress.
No, it's not. What do you mean by that?
What are you talking about? Wait,
Oh,
wait,
good
wait,
news,
hold on.
Echo. We're finally out of the desert.
Hooray! No more hot. Nothing could possibly go wrong now.
What
I
the
feel
fuck
like
is
you
your
should have earned an
palette swap?
achievement right now that just says, yeah, you should have gotten an achievement right now that just said shorter time than Echo. I was in that fucking desert for 3 years.
Only took us an hour to get up the desert of me leading the way.
Yeah, but I bet eventually you're gonna fucking trip over that cape, so meh. It's probably a good thing. Like I'd be hella worried if I had a cape that long that I'd just be just tripping over it. Somebody walking behind me picking up groceries would just step on it. Cape life.
It's getting frosty.
Uh-oh.
I bet you if Duct Tape was here, he would tell you this is exactly what South Island looks like in winter.
You know what? I bet the Helldivers wish they had a cape this long.
Oh God, yes. Can you imagine the amount of freedom that would flow from that?
I could fit how many Super Earth flags on this?
It's like I saw a meter of new cape for every planet we liberate.
What if Journey is just one of the planets out there in Helldivers? Because they are, again, they're both under the PlayStation banner. What if this is just one of the planets and it's the only peaceful planet in that universe? This is where the Helldivers go on vacation.
Or no, those the giant flying monsters that that's just like some leftover stratagem that the Helldivers just left.
Pretty much. Now, knowing the Helldivers, they would just probably shoot at all these little flying rugs.
For democracy!
You can't say that. You're not American. Only we can say the word democracy.
Ooh, or unless, what if we deputize Mindscape to be like a
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think he'll take us. I was before you even answered, I'm like, he's not going to take us up on that offer. The reason I know is because as long as we still have people that fly back to Australia for surgeries instead of, doing stuff here, we still have like people who are Australians that constantly say, yeah, if I need surgery, I'll just fly back to Australia. Well, until we get that solved, no one's trading in their Australian citizenship for American. I can guarantee you that.
No. Like, we like our healthcare. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Honestly, I think the only thing wrong with Australia, I love Australia. The only thing wrong with it right now is the fact that you still worship good King Chuck. Other than that, Australia's perfect.
Mm.
Chuck Miguel?
No, King Charles. As soon as Albanese holds a referendum in 2 years and they get rid of the God King Chuck, there's enough atheists in Australia that they can be like, yeah, I guess he wasn't chosen by God. Because that is the only reason he's king. It's because someone 700 years ago said he was chosen by God.
Hmm.
I feel like at this point there's enough atheists in Australia we can declare a republic and the world can be saved. Like, Jewish and proud, but let's get all the atheists together and get that republic going. And I was originally going to go for Ned Kelly getting a pardon from the monarchy, but you know what? That goes against what he stood for. I want a pardon from the Australian Republic for him, because that's what he died for.
Hmm.
I'm so getting a tattoo with Ned Kelly on it before I come to Australia.
And I keep telling you, I think you're leaning into this a little too much.
Well, that's just because you don't believe. That's because you don't believe in Ned like we believe in Ned. The cult of
And
Ned.
a good reason.
I feel like Echo will be the type of person to like instead of like collecting like stamps or current coins from different countries, he's just gonna like collect like tattoos of different outlaws from each country.
Yes!
Oh god, please don't encourage him.
Yes, but only the good outlaws. Only like the Robin Hood style
well,
outlaws like Ned
absolutely.
Kelly.
Well, that's good.
He wasn't really that much of a... Yeah.
Ow.
Oh my god. When did this turn into Shadow of the Colossus? Here's a question for you. Is there actually a failure state? Can that thing actually kill you? Because I don't see a health bar.
No,
Have
but
a
then
look at his
it
cape.
but it really ruined my cape, so I won't be able to like.
Yeah,
fly as
but-
long.
So your cape is your health bar?
It's more my flight bar, but yeah, there's technically no fail state. Ooh, one of my followers just in. This game, a very fun game.
Yeah, no, so it's... Okay, so it's like me in high school. It's just like, wait till they mop the floor with you and move on with your day.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no real failure state, it's just a lot of beatings. Yeah, there's a couple things that are on my list to do in Australia. You know, ride the pigeon, dress up as Ned Kelly, walk around town, interview a kangaroo. That's on there.
Yeah,
I don't
wonder how
imagine
that'll
he'll
go.
say much. Well, I don't imagine he'll say much, but like, I feel like if I can bring this back to an indie film festival, it'd probably get a lot of views.
There
feel
are,
like
of course,
if I
places
just-
that you can go to, like, feed the kangaroos and stuff.
Yeah, but like a genuine Australian kangaroo, not like a petting zoo here. Oh, you mean like in Australia?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you need like a petting zoo for? You got them just roaming around people's driveways in certain parts.
Because they're wild animals and will probably attack you if you approach them in the wild.
Yeah, it's kind of
You
like.
talking about the Australians in their driveways or the kangaroo?
Yes.
Also, I guess it's kind of like how
What if I
we
offer
have,
them a
like,
Foster's?
bears and deer in some zoos here, and like orcas in the.
Are there?
Yeah, I think so, right? Oh.
I've never seen. What? Give me 5 minutes with a fucking loaf of bread outside my house. I'll get you 10 deer. You don't need. Who's going to a zoo for that?
I mean, someone that doesn't want to deal with a wild animal, that wants to just.
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
call deer wild animals, not the does. The deer that live around here are just the most dumb-ass liberal deer that have never seen a hunter in their life. Like, deers are like us. I live in an incredibly liberal community, and nobody here hunts, right? So the deer are the exact same way. The deer are like me. Every
Plus,
deer
don't you
here...
need, like, don't you need like a permit to go hunting anyway?
Yeah, usually, but most people that I know that go hunting, if they see a deer wander on their property, they will just shoot it. If they're hunters and the deer is on their property, chances are they will just blow it away. Not around here in the suburbs, but if they're out a little bit, like we're only like 30 minutes from Amish country. Out back there, there's nothing for miles. Inkshow, I mean, you're in a state where there's a lot of just open country. Like, I'm sure you can imagine like somebody owning a big land, a lot of property, and just nothing for miles. They'd probably just take out the deer and have venison for a week.
Ink is muted again.
I'd like to think he died. Brings me more peace than being ignored.
Yeah, he got eaten by one of those flying monsters.
Oh dear.
And I lost most of my cape.
Yeah, you really have.
I still want to know why Australia, like, certain parts, they put animals that clearly everyone agrees are kind of pests on their state flags. Like South Australia just has the magpie on there, but it's not many people in South or Australia, I think, actually like the magpie. Not up close.
Oh no, nobody does.
But why is it on the flag, though? Why isn't it something that people like?
Intimidation.
Like the
factor?
kookaburra. Why is it not the kookaburra? Everybody likes the kookaburra. Fucking everybody.
Intimidation factor? It's
Cringing just that
nope.
slight amount because it's kookaburra, not kooka. How are you pronouncing it?
Like...
Kookaburra. Everybody in America says kookaburra.
Yeah, it's not kookaburra, it's kookaburra.
Yeah, never heard
It's
of
only a
it.
slight
I mean,
difference,
I
but
feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's what I'm saying, isn't it?
Like I'm...
you're saying burra, I'm saying bara. It's much deeper in the throat.
Or what I'm
Yeah,
hearing
but
is, like,
I feel like
well, what I'm hearing is like Echo's
like-
using like a ooh sound, and then Mindscape's using like
Yeah.
the AH sound.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those things because again, I am from outside Philly, and here in Philly, the glorious city on the hill, we all say wooder instead of water. Every one of us. That's how you know someone's from Philly. Just show them a bottle of water and ask them, like, oh, this. I can say it both ways because I'm just from the burbs, so I say it both ways. But you also occasionally get people to say sandwich.
Yeah. But that feels more like a meme.
It's really not. Like some people say it as a meme, but for the most part, it's people being genuine. If someone says that, they're kind of being genuine. At least around here.
Hmm.
Like, I remember I got surprised like when one of my teachers from like she's originally from the East Coast, but then we got surprised when she pronounces Oregon as Oregon. Oh no!
How does she say it? Because I say Oregon.
Oregon. Like she puts the
God,
emphasis on the last syllable.
that's almost like a New Englandy thing.
Yeah, I think she's from New England.
Doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
Fucking Patriots fans.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least there's a convenient walkway here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got about 10 more minutes in me, and then I'm gonna head out for the night.
Oh, that's fine,
'Cause it's
because
about,
there's not a lot left
about
of the
A
game.
little after midnight.
Yeah, I think
Ooh.
Yeah,
there's
it's
like
a little after midnight.
I think there's like only like 10 minutes left in this game anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's almost over.
All right. In that case,
This is the top of the
I'll
mountain.
just stay to see how it ends.
Yeah, look,
Stick
it's
through it.
already the top of the mountain already. I just need to cross this.
I
snowy
didn't
plain.
actually think the game was this short.
And you took 3 hours to cross a desert
Thanks, show.
as the fastest thing alive.
Thanks, show. There were a lot of jumps and a lot of pits. 40 years we've been wandering, we get out of the desert, and this is the thing. Think crossing a desert is easy. What are you, Meshuggah?
Oh look, like my character can barely even sing or chirp anymore.
Mm. The struggle is real.
So much whiteness.
So much cocaine.
Oh, well, there you go, Echo. I died. That's the ending.
Dead.
Did you die?
I mean, we did just say that.
They're all standing over you. Ah, look at this idiot. He actually took the pilgrimage.
Oh my god. I was eating cold pizza and I just came back, and that's why I was asking if you died. I didn't hear you. I leave to eat cold pizza for 30 fucking seconds and you die in a game that you just got done telling me you can't die in?
There's no fail state. That's what he said.
Welcome to the Himalayas, where all bronies go to freeze to death.
I think we're past the freezing state, though.
Oh, what would you know? You're in Australia, the temperatures never drop below 60. Speaking of which, is it winter there for you right now?
Yeah.
Lucky.
Oh yeah, I can understand why Rockhopper would say that. My god. The California kid, you must be melting.
And then especially like since I grew up being used to Washington weather, so like even like 70s is already gets a little too warm for me.
Yeah, but but it rains all the time in Washington. Wouldn't you be kind of like a little bit happy for that, like not to be the case?
I kind of like the rain, to be honest. And also like I think that's mostly because I'm just more of an indoor kid, so like.
Yeah, I
just
was about to say, yeah, you're an artist, so that would make a lot more sense. You're indoors anyway, drawing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like my vibe. Just like having like gray, rainy skies outside the window while I'm just chilling inside.
Mm-hmm.
Ride the cloth whale.
Yeah, maybe next time I should do like a playthrough of Abzu with you guys. It's kind of like it's kind of like a spiritual successor to Journey. It's like, but instead of in the desert, it's underwater.
Yeah. No, I feel like they looked at that and they were like, what if we took the sections from Journey that looked like you were underwater but you weren't? Yeah. And yeah, they were actually underwater.
Genius!
Exactly.
You know, I was about to say like it's so like magical to actually complete this game with 2 people, but then I just realized, wait a minute, you guys are my companions on the journey.
Mhm.
Hooray!
Damn right.
We're involved.
The voice is nagging in your ear, telling you,
The true companions on the journey were the voices inside our heads the whole time.
oh my god. Oh my god. I looked away for 5 minutes and Lieutenant Pancake, like this morning he was orange, now he's white.
Ah, is he getting ready to shed?
Yes, he is getting ready to rip his face off, my little boy.
Oh, is that what it means to be a white person? Are you guys about to shed?
Yes. Yes. Surprisingly. Be amazed how many women pay to have their faces ripped off and Yes, apparently that's what it means to have too much privilege. I need a new face. And now I'm watching him lick a rock. I'm not sure what's more entertaining to me right now, watching a lizard lick a rock or watching barely visible tundra person while violin playing. Oh, he's moved on to licking a plastic leaf. This is getting interesting. What's happening back on the journey side? Fuck all.
More white.
Too much white.
Yeah, there's always too much white.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're about to rip our face off?
Not. I'll get back to you. If the only reason you'd find me doing that is if I know there's a better face coming underneath, like him, he's growing a better face underneath all that bullshit. He can afford to rip his face off. Pancake's over there planning the good stuff. If I know there is a more attractive, more charismatic me underneath,
It's like the fucking handsome Squidward.
yes,
Everybody's
actually Tom Cruise.
Everybody's got a handsome Squidward under their face. They've just never tried to take their old face off. Nobody told us.
Nobody has the conviction to do what must be done.
Oh my god, is it over? Wait, I blinked and missed it. What happened? That's the end? What happened?
I walked into the
It's up to
light and that's it.
End? End?
Exactly, it ended.
It ended.
What happened?
That's for you to decide.
Oh, don't give me
Yeah.
that bullshit. What was it about? Was it about life? Was it about death? What was this?
It was
Well,
about
what
the
do you think
journey.
it was.
What? So that's the meaning? Like the journey was epic and at the end the destination doesn't matter? It's kind of genius if that's what they were going for, but also incredibly infuriating. I feel like either you or me should scream The Last Guardian sometime, Rock Opera.
Oh, yeah, that's from the same people who did Shadow of the Colossus, right?
Oh yeah.
It is. It's by Ico or Ico. I forget exactly how
Yeah,
you
Team
pronounce their
Ico.
studio name.
Oh yeah, they literally named themselves after their first game.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if it's a hit,
I mean, yeah, it's like it was a pretty good game, right?
Yeah, I've seen that game. I think I'm getting feedback from somebody's.
Yeah, I can hear that.
I think it's coming from Echoes.
Echoes.
Is it? Oh no! Don't
Yeah.
say. Don't say. I know someone was gonna say it. Hold on. Let me turn that off. All right. Is this better? Did that correct it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Sorry. What I think it was is the volume on my headset was up enough that the microphone was picking it up.
Oh. Oh
Mhm.
wow! How loud is your headset?
Not that loud.
You deep
I'm just
in
thinking I got a good
manners.
mic.
Or just an overly sensitive mic.
Yeah, or that. Yeah. Or possibly earphones, like the padding around the edge doesn't really keep the sound from coming out, just from coming in.
Hmm.
Wow. So this was Journey. I feel both mystified and underwhelmed at the same time.
Have you ever looked into the hero's journey? Because
Yeah, but there's beginning, middle, conclusion. This was beginning, middle, blip.
you know, conclusions can be very quick.
Yeah, but there's quick, and then there's the narrator left. It feels like the developers just got up from their keyboards and left.
I mean, honestly, the conclusion is pretty much most of the ice section. Like, a conclusion doesn't have to be just the end.
Oh look,
like,
there's that one guy that I met along the way.
yay!
But
That got stuck
it
in one part and
explained
then just left
nothing.
me.
It explained nothing.
I mean, it doesn't have to have it like a caption of explaining here's exactly what this game is about. No, like a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
let me-
the joy is
Also,
in
like-
figuring it out
Also,
yourself.
like I know like a lot of stories that get ruined because they explain too much in the ending.
Yeah, but this, I don't know. This kind of goes back to me like Rockhopper. If you just opened up the Bible, right, and all that was there was the. That's what it feels like.
Or I mean, I think it would have been more like if like the if if the Bible just ended with the crucifixion and then it just ended right there. I feel like, or maybe like after the resurrection and then Jesus said he'll go to heaven and it just ended there. I think without any explanation. I think that would be more.
Just left,
odd.
and it just left a to be continued. ...
See, we were planning to add more when more stuff happened, but we just kind of got lazy.
To be continued in the even newer Testament.
So, managed to finish the game in about 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Not bad.
Damn. And like, are there different paths you could have taken, or
Oh, they're kind of
like is
well, there were like some secrets you could collect and stuff. But I think that's it.
But yeah, I have
Wow.
a feeling Rockhopper probably blitzed through it because he's fairly familiar with the game. But it is a
really? I thought he
it
was
is
taking his damn
a
time.
rather short time. It is a rather short game, but yeah, I think it is probably the right length for what it is.
Look, I love it. I'm just saying, like, I didn't expect it to just. Okay, bye. It's like I went on this epic journey, pun intended, and at the very end, whoever was writing the story just went, "All right, that's it. I'm headed out.
Oh,
Tell
what
the guys I'm locking up."
you know what it's like? It's like in Pulp Fiction where there's so much going on over the briefcase, but they never show what's inside it. I think that's the comparison I'd use for this.
It'd be great if I'd ever seen Pulp
I think it's
Fiction.
a
I'd
little
be right there
different
with you.
because, yeah, I think it's a little different in that case because the like it's a MacGuffin.
Hmm.
It doesn't really matter what's inside it. Not that I've actually watched Pulp Fiction, so I'm
I don't
mostly
know. Part of
guessing based
me,
on memes and images, but yeah.
feels like if Inkshow had made this game, the ending would have just been a black screen with like the word "yeah" written on it.
Or actually, instead of like the whole epic end credit song, it would just have been Joe occasionally saying, "Yeah," over long stretches of silence.
Be wowed.
It like
All of a
echoes over
sudden,
the hills.
and people, you know what? The art critics are enthralled. They think it's super surreal and minimalist, and he gets invited to the Game of the Year award, goes up on stage, accepts the trophy, and just goes, "Yeah," and the crowd fucking goes nuts. What if that was the story of your life, and you rose to become the most famous person ever because everybody just kept interpreting different meanings from you just going, "Yeah." You just go from like prophet to president to like world leader, and like you eventually this old shriveled husk just going, "Yeah." Like nobody, he's so wise.
Oh yeah,
From the way
I'm
you were
probably gonna.
describing that, just on the like you get to the best position because everyone else, and in my mind, I thought died along the way, so you're the only one left, which actually reminds me of this famous incident in the world in like the Olympics, the ice skating, and the only reason an Australian got gold was because he was so far behind everybody else, and then they all fell over each other. The only reason he didn't fall was because he was so far behind. He had enough time to get out of the way of the massive pileup and won gold.
So it's the Australian and the hair.
Oh,
And
anyway,
the many hairs.
I'm gonna end the stream here. So, you want to say bye on the Discord server?
Good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So have you finished recording?
Yep.